guys, it's your boy Raheem the Dream, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Hood Dreams TV. On today's episode, I am doing another recap, another review of Season 5, Episode 8 of Chasing Dallas. If you're new to my channel, Jumbo, I'm so glad to have you. Please make sure that you do me a favor by going on ahead and hitting that subscribe button. Also, make sure that you hit the like button and share this video because I know you're gonna like my review. And we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm a little sweaty right now because I literally just came back from the gym. I was literally watching it while at the gym, and I was taking notes as I'm literally on the stairs machine. So I have a lot of notes. So we start off the episode with Robert. They're finally at the cash trip in Oklahoma. The house looks amazing. The first person to arrive was Robert, and he chooses the best room in the house. I don't know why, because it's not his trip, but I guess he's the longest member on the show, castmate on the show. So, you know, I don't really care if he gets the best room. But the next best room most definitely and most certainly should have went to Jeff. But we'll get into that in just a moment. But anyway, Robert arrives to the house. He picks the biggest and best room. And then he is the person in charge of assigning everyone's room. Let's see. Next, Marquise arrives to the house and he's looking around, but Robert already has his room and he takes them to like the smallest room with bunk beds. And he was like, you get to choose between the top bunk or you get to choose the bottom bunk. Which one is it? And he was like, also, Astro's going to be in this room with you. Y'all already know they came out with the little, you know, what was being said about the two of them messing around. So Marquise is like, Astro with me? Like, quit playing. Y'all know y'all mess around. Y'all can share bunk beds together. Shit, y'all can probably both get on the same bed, you know. But anyway, let's see. After Marquise gets there, JC and Ted Lee, they arrive next. They seem to like the house as well. But you know, bougie little JC, he like, when I'm usually in houses this big, they usually have an elevator and somebody to carry my luggage. Sorry, baby. This one doesn't have any luggage carriers and there's no elevator. So get to walk in with your own luggage. But I like JC though. Let me see. And if you guys hear some bubbling, I have some turkey hot dogs on the stove boiling, so I'm gonna try to talk over it. But let me see. And I'm in my dining room, so yes, this back, you know, this is a dining room. You know, I have to be a little extra. But let me see. Marquise wants to, you know, have a conversation at that time with with JC, and JC at the moment wasn't feeling it. He was like, no, I'm not talking to you. We're not good right now. And so he didn't want to have anything to say or do with Marquise. And you know, I feel you, because all the rumors that's been going around, everybody's going around and saying that Marquise is spreading these rumors that he didn't get paid by JC. So I definitely understand that. So next scene, we jump to where a little time has passed and it's Robert, JC, and Marquise in a room together. And Robert is talking to them and they finally get into the conversation with JC and Marquise. And Marquise does admit that he did say that he did not get paid by JC. And he was like, I said it because it's true. He was like, ultimately, the reason why I said it is because it's not like I was just going around and telling everybody. He was like, it was because I was asked, did I get paid? And I truthfully answered it and said no. So to me, it just kind of seems like whoever asked him is going around and it's being a little messy, you know, and just making it bigger than what it is. It doesn't seem like it was too much necessarily Marquise being messy, even though he was being messy, because I kind of have to agree with JC. JC told him it was Marquise's responsibility to set the tone on what's going to be said afterwards, because he could have easily said, Marquise could have easily said, no, I didn't get paid, but that was the arrangement, or that was the agreement. I wasn't supposed to get paid, for this event. That way nobody could have went back and been like, oh, JC don't pay people, for doing stuff for him. And I agree with that. If you weren't supposed to get paid, don't tell half the truth, tell the whole truth. Especially, and I can understand where JC is coming from, because he stated that, the only gay event owner here in Dallas, the only one. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But he was like, and I really don't appreciate, any negative publicity and stuff like that. I don't want anybody thinking that I don't pay people and stuff like that. And I definitely can understand. So Marquise, you messed up. I want to give you a slap on the wrist though, because Marquise did finally admit to it, and he was like, he apologizes and that was wrong, and he just wants to move forward. So they hug it out, and they move forward. Also, Ted Lee also had jumped in that conversation as well. Let me just put that in real quick. Ted Lee jumped in that conversation as well, throwing his 2 cents in, and then they go to a confessional of Marquise talking about basically I don't even know why Ted Lee's even put his 2 cents in, because at Ted Lee's event, I think it was the book signing, he was like, Ted Lee was supposed to pay me for that. And he said out his mouth that he was going to pay me. And I still, to this day, have not been paid by Ted Lee. So Ted Lee definitely should have kept his mouth shut on that one. But anyway, we're going to go on to the next scene. Next, Robert, Marquise, JC, and Ted Lee, they all go to the grocery store. And while they're gone, Seven arrives to the house. He's looking through the house and he likes it, and he made a comment talking about how the house looks like one of those OnlyFans house. And I chuckled a little bit, because it really does look like one of those OnlyFans houses. And if you know, I ain't gonna say too much about it, but it does. Let's see. Next, Astro arrives to the house. He's not happy about his sleeping arrangement. He's complaining that he has to sleep on the top bunk because Marquise had already claimed the bottom bunk. So let me see. And they jump to a confessional where Astro is wearing a pink bikini top. If Astro likes it, then no. If Astro likes it, then Astro likes it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't want to be too judgmental on people's styles, but I think we could have came up with another shirt, maybe a crop top, but I don't know about a bikini. But hey, who am I to judge, and who am I to say what people can and can't wear? Let me see. Next, Jeff arrives to the house, and he actually is looking through the house too. They're trying to tell him where he's going to sleep at, and he actually has a whole separate house. So if that was me, I wouldn't have minded being in a separate house away from everybody else. I like that. So and then they do a scene with Jeff, Seven, and Astro, and what's his name? Jeff tells Astro that he wants an apology from him, from the whole you can step your from the whole step your bars up comment. And Astro was like, I'm not apologizing to you. And then Jet is like, why? And Astro was like, because I've already apologized to you multiple times on and off camera. I'm not doing it. And look, I'm with Astro. If you've already apologized once, twice, 3 times, no more. No more. Even if it was off camera and they want you to do it on camera, I'm not doing it no more. So I don't agree with Astro too many times, but this time I'm with Astro. Next, Robert gets all the boys to play games together, and that was actually really refreshing to see everybody playing games, having a good time, laughing, and just turning up with no drama for now. After the games, everybody kinda like quiets down a little bit, and Seven brings up why Kesey isn't on the trip, and he explains it's because they broke up. Now, if you guys watched my last episode, I did say, that I was rooting for their relationship to last, but if it doesn't last, that I wish them to break up very cordially. And according to Seven, he did say that basically like there's no beef. He said that Kesey is still an amazing person. He was just like, I'm not an average person. I'm not like everybody else, and I refuse to be treated like everybody else. So basically he's like, you're gonna treat me like a king. And look, I can't fault you for that. Maybe it's a little bit high expectations, but hey, if you think you are Queen Diana and you gonna be treated as such, then who am I to tell you that you can't have that? So, it sucks that the relationship, didn't work out, but I'm just glad that, they're cordial and there's no beef, and yeah. So, Jeff asks if they're ever going to get back together. Does Seven think that they're ever going to get back together? And Jeff is like, Seven is like, I'm not one of them. He had like a little attitude when he said it too. He was like, I'm not one of them. So I'm guessing there's no hope for the two of them to ever get back together. But I do hope that they can just be friends, at least. And if not friends, then cordial. Let me see. Next, everyone is just joking around and just telling jokes and stuff. And Jeff jokes with Astro, talking about how Astro never ever wears underwear. And I'm glad he brought that up because I didn't know that, but now it's good because if you guys remember in that one episode where Jeff and Kesey was doing the music video, and I had talked about how Astro's ass was falling out, like his pants was sagging and all you saw was butt cheeks. That makes so much sense now. It's because he doesn't wear underwear. Well, he needs to wear a belt if you're going to, you shouldn't be sagging. But if you are going to be sagging, have some underwear on. But that was just really interesting for Jeff to point that out. And then we know that Astro never wears underwear. Duly noted. And then Jeff, once again, he's starting to get on my nerves. He once again brings up to Astro how he feels that he needs an apology again. And Astro is just like, no, I'm not giving you any more apologies. And he stands up, and again, he's a nothing but underwear. And you literally just see just meat, eggplant, cucumber, like, Astro, sit down, sir. Like, that was very strategic. And it looked like he was a little hard, too. Did anybody else peep that? It was like a little semi. Who was turning him on? He was probably getting a little turned on by Marquise. Maybe Seven, now that he knows that Seven and Kesey ain't together no more. We will see. Let me see. And then so everyone starts to kind of just like go at Jeff a little bit. And I can't even really honestly remember why everyone was going in on Jet. I can understand why Astro and Jet would have something going on, but I don't understand or can even really remember why everybody else had something to say. But they were all going in on Jeff. And the most that I took away from that conversation is that the reason why Jeff wants an apology from Astro, which he's not getting, is because he finally admitted that like he sees all of the guys as like his friends. He really does see them all as his friends, and he values their opinions and the things that they say to him. Like he really takes it to heart. And so if they say something to hurt his feelings, that's why he feels like he needs an apology. But he just needs to grow the fuck up, because if somebody says something that hurts your feelings, you're not always going to get an apology. And Astro said to him, he finally says, I don't know if this was an apology, but to me, it was an apology enough. Excuse me, guys. My legs are itching. I need to hop in the shower immediately after this video. But, Astro, he basically lets it be known. He was like, when I said that you need to step your bars up, it wasn't me like being malicious or me saying that to hurt you in any kind of way. It was me just giving you basically like constructive criticism. As a rapper, he was like, I wasn't trying to hurt you. It was just me trying to help. Again, nobody asked you, but I'm glad that Astro did finally say it. Whether he's already told Astro, we now as the viewers, we get to hear him say it. Basically, I was just giving you constructive criticism and trying to help. So, Jeff, if you bring it up again, you might get canceled, because I like you, but we're not about to keep making this the apology tour. Nobody about to keep apologizing to you over and over and over and over. So Astro, he's finally good in my book. Again, nobody asked you your opinion, but we're going to move on past it. Let me see. And then, Seven then jumps in the conversation, and he states that out of all of them in the group who are rappers, he feels that he's the head honcho, you know, the best rapper in the group. And Jet shut that shit down immediately. He was like, I don't agree. I don't think so. And he was like, Jet basically told him that he's not the best rapper, because he was saying that Seven literally just started charting. And Jet was like, I've been charting. Basically, he was like implying like, I've been charting and you are just starting to chart. So you're not the best. But then we go to a confessional with Seven, and he compares their charts, like basically being like, yes, I did just start charting, but let's compare it to the charts that you've had, and the charts that I have now are better than any of the charts that you've ever had. So I guess that does make him the better rapper. And if you guys remember in that one recap that I did, I don't know how many episodes ago it was, me as a viewer, I said out of all of them that are rappers on the show, Seven was my favorite rapper, and I do think that out of all of them, he is the best rapper. His music is the music that I would listen to before anybody else's. And then in second place, I said Kesey. And Kesey literally is right behind 7. I mean, it's not by much at all. So the two of them are really the best rappers to me. And Astro and what's his name, Jet, they're not even close. But I do like all of their music though. There's no shade to them. I like all of their music. But 7, he is the best rapper. And then I don't know how this even came about, but what's his name? 7, he was just like, I love you, Jet, I love you. But he was like, you need to work harder because, you know, you're not black. And I think they said Jet is Peruvian. He was like, and you think that you're black and you're not black. And he was like, I guess he was implying that the views that Jet Jeff does have is kind of sort of like, what did he say? Privilege. Jet has privilege. And so I'm guessing he's trying to be like, you remember when Nicki Minaj was trying to be like, Cardi B, you know, gets payola. I guess that's kind of sort of what 7 was implying. And I don't know if that's true or not, but to me, that's what I took away from it. And I don't necessarily really agree because I think that Jet Jeff is a really good artist. So I don't know. You guys, who watch the show, you guys just comment down below and let me know what you think. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of the show. And also, where the hell is Robert at during this conversation? And where'd he go? That was literally my last thought before the show went off. Where the fuck is Robert at? Anyway, if you guys enjoyed my recap, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Please also make sure that you hit the like button and share this video to your social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever else. I am your boy, Raheem the Dream, and until the next video, there we go. Thank you so much for watching Hood Dreams TV. You guys have a great night. So take it. I don't wanna take no more.